Some have to be added, some have to be subtracted, some have to be stopped, but some have to be continued. And in my opinion, what should be continued? Keep having faith, keep having hope, and keep having love. Why? Because life is not easy. There is such thing as expectation, there is such thing as reality. For example, the expectation is good, but the reality is bad. He expected that the mass would be big, but it turned out that it was only this small. Life is like that. Something that makes us laugh out loud. It's crazy that expectation and reality are very different, but today I want to say, okay, don't let that be an excuse for you to give up. Many failures, many difficulties, many challenges, but when we can change expectation into an appreciation of the life, we will be much happier. Your life will be able to see things that you could not see before. Whatever happens, have faith, hope, and love. Previously, Boy had a chance to tell me, and I have experienced it many times. We have all experienced it. We are laughed at, we are disappointed, we fail, get sick, and finally we succeed. But life doesn't just stop there. When we succeed, we will have new dreams. We will be laughed at again, we will face difficulties again, we will fall again, we will get sick again, and life will continue like that. That's why it's important for us continue to have faith, hope, and love. Maybe many people already know how I struggled and finally got my first $1 million at the age of 26 in Singapore, and 16 years I struggled and worked there, and finally in 2014 yesterday I decided to return to live and settle in Indonesia. Starting something new is realizing my new dream not to earn millions of dollars, but to be able to create positive impact in the lives of millions of people in Indonesia. And I started from simple things. In Singapore, my office is very high, located in the CBD area. In office tall buildings, which I first started in Indonesia in 2014. 5 years ago, I started from the garage of my house in West Jakarta. At first, we renovated the garage a little bit and turned it into an office. In August, uh, in August we celebrate the 69th in Indonesian Independence Day 5 years ago. This is the garage where the Riana group was first established. The access still looks like to turn off the lights, but it doesn't last long. Still small is simple, and not only that, life will always provide challenges and trials. I always believe when you have a dream, we make plans, then we gather the enthusiasts to start, then you think life will be easy. It's not like that. Life isn't that easy. It's not that easy. There will be challenge and obstacles. Life will always give its test. As if life is still testing, people are serious about their dreams. Are people worthy or not to get what is being prepared for them? Life will always give the test. at the beginning when we started and also at the end once we almost reached the finish line, and it happened again and again in my life. When I first tried to find a job in Singapore, no one wanted to hear me. Mary Riana never give up. He kept trying, and even when Mary Riana, who had earned millions of dollars in Singapore, returned to Indonesia, had a new dream. Life also gave its trials. In 2014, I just arrived in Indonesia and formed a team. We want to do goal setting because I believe in the importance of having a goal. Earlier I said in life mastery we must have a goal. My husband and I, Alpha, have a goal. We have a vision. And that vision must be shared with our teams, so that we know what we are doing here, what are we doing, what are you working for, what are we doing. And the first goal setting that I have set, I have already imagined. Okay, let's talk about want to do this, want to do that. I remember what happened at the beginning of 2014, floods, extraordinary floods throughout Jakarta, especially in Jakarta West, especially in my home. Imagine 16 years in Singapore, I have never felt a flood. When I decided, okay, I wanted to go back to Indonesia. I had a new dream. A gift for me was flooded, and I still remember where my office is. My office is at home, at in the garage. I had a new in garage. If in front of a flood like this, what is it like? We check. We have to save computers, so on. But the most important thing I want to say, then what is the goal setting that has been planned at the beginning will be important. How to be successful at the beginning. At first, it was just like this flood. There were so many reasons for me not to do that. Maybe I could be the reason for the flood disaster. Back off, wait for it to dry later next month. Waiting for the dry season makes sense, but if we want to realize a dream that doesn't make sense, our commitment must also not make sense. We must be able to overcome these negative thoughts. We must not let those reasons stop us. So for me, this is a test. It's okay, God. Thank you for the exam, because I know this exam will take me to a class. Thank you for the rubber boat. I said at the time to to the staff, no goal setting, so where I will let you know who will find a dry place definitely. So we must continue to hold goal setting because we needed to have a dream. We must be able to overcome this negative thought. We must not let those reasons stop. Also, for me, this is a test. It's okay, God. Okay, God. Thank you for the exam because I know this exam will take me to a class. Thank you. Thank you for the rubber boat, I said at the time to the staff. So no goal setting. So where I will let you know, we'll find a dry place definitely. So we must continue. So hold goal setting because we need to have a dream. we must have a goal first, then we can achieve it, and finally we take a simple rubber boat. We bring laptop equipment, all equipment, and this is what happened. Even though there was a flood, even though there were so many reasons for me not to do that, but Mary Riana never gave up. Riana would finally keep going and keep going. Want to a thunderstorm, want there to be trials, want there to be laughter. We will move forward. It must happen. This is a trial. You immediately back off and asip. How can you handle other things in your life? Remember, life will always give its test. And finally, with faith, with hope, and with love, we will be able to break through the floods, find a dry place, and finally start our first goal setting. Our first goal setting being at the mall. This is in the Puri Indah Mall on the fourth floor of the food court. Not something fancy with wow cool speaker equipment, nope. But until now, I always said I was have to start from something new, simple. Do not let our prestige, our ego hinders our dreams. Even though I already have a lot of money, $1 million man, he said, but if it has to be done, if we have to be flooded, if we have we have to start our goal setting in a place like this. It's okay. Have faith, hope, and love. Keep have faith, it with love, with passion, and here are some message from them, because they are extraordinary people who work behind the scenes. Applause first for those who are extraordinary, those who believe with my husband and I dream. And finally building and starting from this simple thing. And the simple thing, finally we started to build the Mariana group. We started to release uh, our search of visions to create a positive impact in life. Millions of people in Indonesia is not a slogan, but it is a vision to create a positive impact in life. A dream, a prayer that we pray every day, and from dreams I always believe you you have got to believe it, then you see it. You have to believe first, then you will see. Many people say give me a proof first. I want to see you first, and then I believe. Life is not like that. You have got to believe it first, then you will see it. Finally we move to a shop house. We built a Mary Riana learning center. Our first shop house was in Puri Indah. Finally we now have 6 branches of 5 area in Puri Indah and attached. But today I want to show you once again not how great Mary Riana is, how great the group is, but no, I'm going to what I show is a process. Every successful person, wherever he is, he will always have a test. There are always trials, therefore we must always have faith, hope, and love. um, since God I love, so it is with passion. And finally, this is what I will do to create a positive impact in the lives of millions of people, especially in Indonesia. Every year we have Inspiration Fest. where I can share experience and listen in my life. And every year too, in all my business, I take the time to do 3 workshops, only 3 years, where you can learn and directly, direct, directly, and that what we always do. And I thank you because you are here, you want to hear my story, and I'm sure it's not only me, each of you must have a story to share. So how to be able to be successful in this era digital 4.0? Know yourself, know what you want what you do, can do what you like, don't care what people say. There is no excuse. Don't say why I don't have money, I don't have time, a wife doesn't agree, a husband doesn't agree. And lastly, even though you may not have anything yet, have faith, hope, and live it with love. Thank you so much.